6, 7, 8, 9.
That's a deadly combo. Very deadly combo. There's Sugar Shane. What's up, bro? I got your shorts too. Do you want it now? After? You're hitting delts? I feel very good most of the time until about like 5 p.m. and then like I crash. I really do crash, you know. But it's one of those things, you know. It's prep. Prep is so interesting, right? And the mindset behind prep is so important. We get our cardio done. That has to be intentional, right? We get our training done. That has to be intentional. So cardio, training, Wendy, my son, right? My business. Those 5 things is all I put my energy towards right now. You know, everything else can be rest or put slightly on the back burner, right? And when I was talking about business, I'm saying clients, right? Or athletes. But like, that's what I've learned to really do. Really focus for my cardio session. As soon as I'm done, tired, you know? Get to the gym, I am still tired. Don't get me wrong. But I am fucking going. You know, I am locked in. I get my training done. I give every single set my best effort, right? And that's where a lot of people fall short. Sure, they're tired. They'll start going through the motions, right? You start going through the motions, everywhere is gonna slack, right? So if there's one thing you can take away from this, intentional energy when you're training, family time, intentional energy, your business, intentional energy. Keep it simple. Don't overload yourself. We're bringing a much sharper, much bigger physique this year. Much sharper, much bigger. But like, just so blessed with the mindset that I'm able to kind of produce and change over prep after prep after prep. I always tell every single person, my first prep, 4 weeks out, I said I'll never do this again. You know, 2016, never do this again. 10 years later, we're fucking doing it again. 2018, 2017, somewhere around there. Not really talking shit. I swear to God, I'm not talking shit. It was just something I saw online, you know, and this competitor, won't need to say his name, but he's always eyeing me, you know, and there was some seminar back in, I don't even remember, January, but he was telling me, Toronto Pro, he's coming for me, blah, 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 can't wait to compete against me. I'm like, sure, bro, I'm focused on myself. And then I know he trains other people, he coaches other people, but he posted on the story last week, and he was telling his family, friends, his clients to not text him or call him for the next 4 weeks. Right? I just thought that was comical, because if you're that down bad that you're not responding to family, you're not responding to clients, this ain't for you, bro. That's it. Very simple. You know, you can't put family on the side. You can't put business on the side. And if you do that, it's not for you. Up. Getting sharp. Getting sharper. Just butt in on my video, crowd me. You know that movie Obsession? That's Wendy. If you watch the movie Obsession, that's Wendy. One more. If you can focus with a crowd of females talking about movies during your set, you're locked in. I'm locked in. These last 2 weeks were definitely harder on my schedule. Didn't really tell too many people because I don't think it matters. It's not me complaining, right? Family is first. I love having Jaden every day if I could, you know? But definitely made it harder the last 2 weeks because he goes to school in Vancouver. I live in Poco. So it's about an hour to an hour and 15 minutes from my house to his school in the mornings. And we gotta leave at 8 a.m., right? I gotta still get my fasted cardio done. So I've been waking up at 4:30, which is not ideal because I love my sleep. Get my cardio done, usually about an hour from 5:15 to 6:15. Get him up at 6:30. Meal prep 3 to 4 of my meals, get his breakfast ready, get him going, and then out the door by 8 a.m. You know, drive an hour, drop him off at 9, drive all the way back to this gym because I'm a stickler on using the same machines. Train, finish up whatever remaining cardio steps I have, then drive right back out to pick him up. I usually do a quick lap or two around the school for another 2,000-3,000 steps, then drive another hour and 20 back home, right? So my days are jam-packed, and then once I put him to bed at 8, that's when I start going through like program updates, any check-ins that I still have. Like I had one athlete last week messaged me because she didn't hear from me in like 6 hours, which is very unlike me, right? But I just had so much to do. And she's like, I thought you forgot about me. I'm like, no, like your check-in's coming. I just have been go since 5 a.m., right? Again, not complaining, I love it, you know, but definitely made my life a little bit harder just because the sleep was off, right? But I'm blessed, I'm very happy. I got to spend extra time with my son. I'm happy I've been able to drop him off at school. I'm happy that I was able to pick him up from school, put him to bed, get him ready for school. Like, I love all that, you know, and the hardest part of having me and his mom split up is not having Jaden every single day, right? So very, very blessed that I was able to spend lots of time with him. And now, like today's Friday, I won't get him back to next Friday now, right? Because the schedule is going back to normal. So I'm definitely gonna miss him this week. But I'll get to sleep more, so my body's gonna respond faster. I'll get sharper. And the last 3 weeks is a good last 3 weeks. I guess the hardest part, honestly wasn't the early mornings. You know, it's the hardest part is just sitting in my car for almost 4 hours a day. That's the hardest part. You know, my recovery slowed down. I'm sitting more often. Some people might call it rest, but 4 hours in a car every single day was hard. I don't even like driving. I hate driving. You know, I'm not the biggest car guy. I think cars are a waste of money. No offense to everybody who loves cars. They get you from point A to point B. There's a lot more things I'd rather spend on. Like I'd rather save for a trip to Bora Bora than put a lot of money into a car that gets driven to the gym or driven to Jaden's school and then driven home. Right, but yeah, 4 hours in the car, that's what hurt me. Nothing else, just driving. One more set. Got decline press, incline press. That's simple, that's easy, you know, like you don't really need a lot. Yeah, I used to train, when I say used to, I probably say 5 years ago. 30 sets, you know, 4 sets of 10 on every exercise. Now it's like 2 or 3. You nail what you need to nail, it's enough. Or you push yourself to a point where it's good, it's enough. All right, 2 more exercises. Keep our food high. You know, like Shane, mine, and Taylor's, we eat.
I would rather do it your way. Eat more, move more.
Yes.
Instead of move less, eat less.
Yes.
Like I'm almost just exhausted because I have no food.
And your mind is exhausted, right? So it's one of those give or takes, right? But I've found like even with my
if I just eat more food, I'll feel guilty and I'll want to move more.
yes.
If that makes sense.
Yeah. But I coach my athletes majority the same way. You know, it retains more muscle too. You know, and
I agree.
it fuels your training so much better. That's the thing.
That's the thing. It's like if you're training suffering, I feel like that's a problem. Like I have the strength, but I'm losing like so many reps on the back end because I just don't have the fuel to keep
Yes.
the going.
Yes. Right, and you go flat a lot quicker. It just sucks in the gym, you know, and
It's like the biggest metric for a prep is your performance in the gym.
Absolutely.
If you're not performing, you're not progressing.
No, exactly.
You're not retaining the muscle tone.
Exactly. Wise words right there. I don't know why you ain't.
Yes, let's go. Big squeeze, big squeeze. Good. Big squeeze, good. Let's work, come on, let's go. Good,
One more.
come on. Big squeeze, go down slow.
Thanks, bro. Yeah, we're feeling good. If the goal is to maintain your training intensity through your prep. If you can do that, you're bringing your best. You know? See you, brother.
75 Shane's coming too.
Okay, I'll book it. So, it's so important. You know, there's so many different ways to prep, right? So many different ways to prep, right? But I don't want to speak in absolutes, but like my philosophy is always to try to keep my athletes food as high as possible while still getting stage lean. You know, I know coaches that put their athletes on protein only, females on fats that are less than 20 grams a day. You know, that's just a recipe for disaster. The longevity of that athlete is going downhill. Those athletes, they'll quit bodybuilding. You know, just exhausted, right? But my goal, if I can position carbs specifically to fuel training performance, right? That's key. You know, like even right now, I'm well over 300 grams of carbs still. You know, and a lot of it is in the morning, post workout. You know, just so I can fuel my workout, recover from my workout. Because if I'm not doing that, what's the point? You know, there's no progression in training, there's no progression through prep, and you just literally get your life sucked out of you by prepping that way. When I don't have Sahil, I gotta put away my own weights. Nobody without telling me. And then I gotta put on my own weights. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah, we're done. That was a sick workout. 3 weeks out, feeling good, and my brain's fried. I don't even know what to say anymore. I did a lot of talking this one. My brain was working at the beginning of the workout, end of the workout, working out less or working less. But I got one more thing to show you. I got something I gotta give Sugar Shane over here. Something I gotta go give Taylor. Right? I'm gonna show it on this video. So come help me, Sahil. Put my weights away. It's okay. If I put my own weights away, I burn more calories. So that workout, I started my watch like 10 minutes late, but like 40 minutes tracked, heart rate stayed high, 135, calories burned, intensity stayed high, even though I'm shooting this video, right? But it's very important to keep intensity high. Okay.
Come on now.
I just show. And that Acewear, baby. Acewear, something I'm very passionate about. Bring board shorts to life. Me and Shane created this pair. He gave us an idea. This is gonna be his pro debut shorts. Very excited to hand this to him. Me and my business partner, Bavi, he's pretty much head of operations. He runs it all, right? But very excited to present Shane with these shorts. Here, bro.
My dog. Well, fam. Thank you.
Open it, take a look. And with his waist even tighter this year, it's gonna be insane, bro.
Damn, y'all snap, man.
Yes.
Y'all snap. Hey, my dog. Ace, baby. That's tough.
And we gotta give Taylor his pair. But my pump is like kind of gone. Actually, my pump looks kind of crazy. Like I could feel myself get harder. Like this, the muscle that's pushing up against the skin is more. I even forgot to take my Cialis this morning. You know, Cialis is great for males on gear. Very important. It's great for prostate health. Gets the blood flowing. Really good pumps. So if you're not using Cialis, use Cialis. 5 to 10 milligrams daily. Right, sponsoring the pros in our city. Like we're doing our best to really take care of them. But Taylor is getting 2 pairs here. I know he's got back-to-back shows, right? So make sure they fit. Take some photos for me, right? But yeah, let's do a sneak peek.
Yeah. It's a custom short. So for me, I like pretty simple, plain, and clean. Oh, those are sick.
Yes, the single stripe. That's
Yeah,
what we
single
changed.
stripe,
Yes, it looks a lot better
Yeah.
than the 2 stripe. The first pair we made was like a little bit off because we would have this stripe and then this stripe, and it really looked like Spider-Man,
Yeah.
like the mask.
Yeah,
Right?
this is the look.
But this one's sick. This one's very sick.
Little details.
Yeah, make sure his name. Right, but that was sick, man. Yes. Let's take a quick photo. But yeah, enjoy it. I'm excited to see them on stage. I'm very excited to see them on stage. I'll be repping my own pairs in Toronto, not released yet. I already posted them on my Instagram stories. Like I have a blue pair that I really, really love. I have a purple pair that I really, really love. It's really going to depend on the backdrop. I'm not one to hide what I'm wearing, how I'm looking, you know, like I already know I'm bringing my best. I already know my best is going to be very hard to beat, right? But again, I'm just focused on myself, and every single prep, less and less in my own head, really focused on what I need to do each day, because those daily deposits add up, man. Like that's all I focus on is what I need to do daily. As soon as I complete every task I need to complete, then I shut down. You know, I go as hard as I can in my cardio, my training, my business, right? Doing my best to show love to Jaden, show love to Wendy, be there for the friends and family that I do have, right? I think that's very, very important because at the end of the day, they're the ones supporting you, right? And if you don't support them in your own prep, that's when they're gonna start feeling lonely. That's when they're gonna call you selfish. But if you can do everything around that, like, prep becomes a lot easier, right? So that's it for me.